to find k value. Let us see how to do this. So from this, we can find out alpha plus beta value, which is minus b by a minus b value k by a value 1, which is minus k as usual. Observe carefully. So finally, we got alpha plus beta value as minus k. Okay, and also it is given that alpha minus beta value 1. So let us solve these two equations. So beta minus beta get cancelled. Alpha plus alpha 2 alpha equal to 1 minus k. Alpha equal to 1 minus k by 2. We got alpha value. So from this, like what we can understand or what, like how we can proceed. So as alpha is root of the quadratic equation, you can substitute in the quadratic equation. So the given quadratic equation is x square plus kx plus 2 equal to 0. Now substitute in the place of alpha or in the place of x. This alpha value. Alpha value 1 minus k by 2. So 1 minus k by 2 whole square plus k into again 1 minus k by 2 plus 2 equal to 0. Now let us simplify further. 1 minus k whole square by 4 plus k into 1 k minus k into k square by 2 plus 2 equal to 0. So if you observe clearly, carefully, the LCM for 4 and 2 is 4. Okay. So then in the numerator we get 1 minus k whole square plus k minus k square, of course, 2 times. Of course, here 2 times. 2 times, then plus 4 into 8 equal to 0. So that implies if you send 4 to opposite side, it goes into multiplication. So then we will get finally 1 minus k whole square plus 2 times k minus k square plus 8 equal to 0. Let us simplify further. 1 minus k whole square is like expanded by using a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab, so minus 2k, plus 2 into k plus 2k, 2 into minus k square plus 8 equal to 0. So just cancel the terms which are get cancelled. Minus 2k plus 2k get cancelled. Now the simplified quadratic equation in terms of k is, see, k square minus 2k square. So which gives you minus k square. And after that, I think there is no k term. Then add the constant. 1 plus 8 is 9 equal to 0. Transpose plus 9 to right side. So minus k square equal to minus 9. Hence, minus minus get cancelled. K equal to square root of 9, which we can take it as plus or minus 3. So option is C. Fine. So if you want, you can take the screenshot. Problem, children. Addition. The condition that 1 root of ax square plus bx plus c. The given quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Maybe double the other. So they have given, I will write the condition here. 1 root is double the other root. So this is the given condition. So if one root is double the other root, then what is the condition? Fine. So here we can go with m/n ratio better. So let us consider the ratio. Roots are alpha and 2 alpha. Why? Because one root is double the another root. Double. Twice. So if you find the ratio, so I just go with m/n, just what we have discussed. So m/n equal to alpha is to 2 alpha. Alpha get cancelled, we get 1:2. So indirectly, what? M value 1, n value 2. Okay. So if the roots are in the ratio m/n, yesterday we have discussed the condition. M plus n whole square times AC equal to m into n or mn times v square. So this is the condition we have discussed or derived yesterday. If the roots are in the ratio m/n. So where m is now 1, n is 2. Substitute here 1 plus 2 whole square into AC equal to 1 into 2 into v square. Okay. 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 square is 9. So we get 9 AC equal to 1 into 2 is 2 v square. 9 AC equal to 2 v square. Option is C, children. From the given options, C is correct. Okay, fine. So, hope you understood. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Fine. Now let's move to the next problem, fifth one. See, if one root is equal to square of other root, I'll write the condition with ready. If one root is equal to square of other root. Even yesterday, we have discussed this condition also. One root is square of other root. Then what is the condition? And the given quadratic equation is x square plus x minus k equal to 0. Better we write ABC values from this quadratic equation. A is x square coefficient 1, B is x coefficient again 1, C is constant which is minus 10. Now, if one root is equal to square of other root, then yesterday we have discussed the condition. Is BQ, I'll write the condition also with red color. Please observe carefully. BQ plus A square C plus AC square equal to 3ABC. So this is the condition what we have derived yesterday. If one root is square of other root. Now simply substitute all the values. B is 1, so 1 cube plus A is 1 square into C is minus K plus A is 1 into C is minus K whole square equal to 3 into A is 1, B is 1, C is minus K. So finally we need to find K value. They are given some options 0, 1, minus 1, something. Fine. 1 cube is 1 and C. Here plus into minus, 1 square is 1 into K is K. Then minus K whole square is K, K square into 1 is again K square equal to 3 into minus K is minus 3K. Okay. 1 cube is 1. 1 square is 1. 1 into minus k minus k. Again, minus k whole square is k square. Now let us rearrange all the terms such that we get a quadratic equation in terms of k. So I'll arrange the terms k square, see children, minus k and 3k will, minus 3k will become plus 3k and anyway plus 1 we have equal to 0. Then let us simplify further. We get finally k square 3k minus k is 2k plus 1 equal to 0. If you observe carefully, it is clearly in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. And of course, 1 we can write it as 1 square. So which is nothing but a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square equal to 0. So obviously, what will be the k value, children? K value will be minus 1. So if you want, we can take the screenshot of it. Now let's move to the next problem, children. Sixth one. Yeah. See here, alpha, beta are the roots of px square minus px plus q equal to 0. Then find out alpha by beta plus beta by alpha value. So if alpha beta are the roots of px square minus px plus q equal to 0, then we need to find out alpha by beta plus beta by alpha value. Okay. So now for this given quadratic equation, let us find out sum of the roots. So which is alpha plus beta. We know that alpha plus beta, sum of the roots is minus b by a minus, but in our quadratic equation, b is minus p by a is p. So I'll write directly p by p, which is 1. Now let us also find out alpha into beta. So which gives you c by a. So where c is q by a is p. So q by p. Okay. Now, so we want to find by using these two values, we want to find right here alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Okay, q by okay, fine. So after taking LCM, you get alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta. We know alpha square plus beta square is again alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha beta as due. Alpha plus beta value 1. So 1 square minus 2 into alpha beta value q by p divided by again alpha beta value q by p. Let us simplify further. So we get 1 square is 1 minus 2q by p whole divided by q by p. Take LCM for the numerator. So we get p minus 2q by p divided by q by p. Now P get cancelled. Right? Fine. I'll write the remaining rest of the solution here only. So we get finally P minus 2Q divided by Q. Let us split the fraction. So how? Which is nothing but P by Q minus 2Q by Q. Again, Q get cancelled. So finally we'll get P by Q minus 2. So which is our final answer. And which is option D, children. Please note it down. Yeah, Sahiti Priya. Please mute yourself on Sahiti Priya. You want to ask any doubt? Sahiti Priya. Okay, fine. Okay, so hope you understood this problem. Now let's move to the next problem.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah, Soumya.
can you explain the sums once again?
Which one, Amma? Which one?
Now you said no, sir, that sum.
This recent sum?
Yes, sir.
Fine. 1 minute. Just erase it again and explain. Fine. Okay. Now, alpha square plus beta square formula is alpha plus beta. Okay. 1 second, children. 1 second. Then 1 second. Just 1 second. Fine. So in that question, we need to find alpha by beta plus beta by alpha value in that question. So first we will take LCM. After taking LCM, we get alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta. Soumya, are you following? Soumya, please respond. Okay, now alpha square plus beta square formula again, alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha beta. Already we found out alpha plus beta value, alpha beta value. So alpha plus beta value 1, so 1 square minus 2 into alpha beta value q by p. Whole divided by again alpha beta value q by p. Fine. 1 square is 1 minus 2q by p divided by q by p. Take LCM for the numerator or simplify the numerator. We get p minus 2q by p divided by q by p. So pp get cancelled. I will write the rest of the part here only. So finally, we get p minus 2q by q. Let us separate or split the fraction. So we get p by q minus 2q by q. Q get cancelled. And the final answer is p by q minus 2, which is our option D. Okay, fine. Now let's move to the next problem. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Now, next problem. Yeah, so they have given, maybe from your book, package, fourth question, they have given alpha, beta are the roots of x square minus p of x plus 1 plus c equal to 0. Okay, so we have to find out now 1 plus alpha into 1 plus beta equal to 0. Fine. So let us simplify this equation. See here, everyone, x square minus px minus p actually. Minus px minus p plus c equal to 0. Okay, fine. Or you can also write it as x square minus px plus c minus p as one term, which is our constant. We have just written in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Then, now let us find out alpha plus beta value as usual, which is minus b by a minus p value minus p by a value 1, which is p. And also find out alpha beta value c by a, and c is c minus p by a is 1, which is c minus p. We want to find out now finally not equal to 0. I wrote equal to 0. No. We have to find the value of it. Okay. So now let us simplify further. So we get 1 plus alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. After expanding this or after multiplying this, we get like this. Then 1 plus alpha plus beta value p. Alpha beta value c minus p. Alpha plus beta value p. Alpha beta value c minus p. P minus p get cancelled. Finally, we get 1 plus c, and which is our option D. If you want, you can take the screenshot. So let us do one more problem, then we'll stop for today. Fifth one. See, the given quadratic equation is px square minus 14x plus 8 equal to 0. Now, they have given if one root is 6 times other root. If one root is 6 times other root, then what is the p value? Okay, so as usual, let us take one root as alpha, another root is 6 alpha, 6 times multiplied by 6. So find the ratio as usual, m is to n equal to alpha is to 6 alpha, alpha cancel, 1 is to 6. Means if the roots are in the ratio m is to n, then what is the condition? M plus n whole square into AC equal to m and b square. M plus n whole square into AC equal to mn into b square. Yeah. So m plus n is 1 plus 6 whole square into AC. So for our quadratic equation, A is p into c is 8 equal to m into n, 1 into 6 into, and for our quadratic equation, b is minus 14. So minus 14 whole square. 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 square is 49 into p into 8 equal to 6 into, minus 14 whole square is 196. Directly, 49 ones are, 49 threes are. Next. So p equal to, we get 3 into 6, 18 by 18. So after cancellation, we get 9 by 4. P equal to 9 by 4 is the answer. Please note it down. 49 into P into 8. C is 8, right? 1 second. Okay, then 6 into 4 is for 196. Okay, 4. I wrote 3 here, a small change. 4. Here 4. 49 1 the 49 4 the. So please erase everything. Then we'll get 6 into 4, 24 by 8. 8 1s are 8 3s are. So P value 3. P value 3. Which is our option C. Okay, so if you want, you can take the screenshot. Okay, sir. Narendra sir. Narendra garu. Hello, sir.
Sir. Jagdish garu.
Jagdish sir.
Sir, today's session.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sir. Already our physics RP garu came.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chanan.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Lokraj garu.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, sir, I will continue.
Okay.
So, very good evening, students. So, in the previous class, I started relative motion in concept of center of mass. So, I will continue the same concept. Now, here, try to understand the just important notations related to relative motion. Now, yesterday given one important application. So, for example, if you are considered this is a plank. This is a plank. So, one boy or man stand at one end of the plank or boat. So, in this situation, center of mass is constant. If the boy or man changes displacement or position, the center of mass does not change. Why? Because internal forces acting on the system, no change in the center of mass. So in this situation, we are not considering the external force. Just we are consider the internal forces. That's why center of mass does not change. So according to that point, I want to just develop one important formula that is very, very important to establish the different mode of problems also. Now here, consider this is a boy of mass, let it be considered as a M1. So I considered this is the relative distance. I said already. So relative distance between 2 points. So D relative. Now here, when the boy position changes automatically, the plank position also changes in the opposite direction of the just boy movement. For example, here boy stands here. When boy stands at this place actually, when boy position automatically changes, the plank position also changes in the opposite direction. This is very important. This is a relative motion. So here we observe the just a relation motion between boy and plank. But according to given notation, center of mass always constant. Center of mass is always constant. So in this situation also center of mass does not change. But what happens actually? The relation between displacements must be changed. For example, if you are considering this is relative distance, so what happens? So this is nothing but relative distance minus x. Relative distance minus x. If you are adding this to both the displacements, what you will get? So finally, what you will get? Relative distance. This is relative distance from here to here. So already we discussed here in the previous class. This is the center of mass. If you are considered the center of mass of the plank. I said already, the change in displacement must be 0. So according to given concept, so the center of mass must be 0. So immediately we are going to discuss yesterday one formula, m into delta xcm is equals to So I consider the two masses. For example, if you are considering just mass of this plank equal to, let it be considered as M2, M2. Right? So they had just two massive particles. With respect to two massive particles, we have just some displacements. So here, delta x1 and delta x2 represents displacements of mass m1 and mass m2. So simply we can write m1 delta x1 plus m2 delta x2. Very important formula. So this formula just developed from the just motion of center of mass. Motion of center of mass. Right? I said already delta x must be equal to 0. Delta xm equal to 0. Delta xm 0 it means so here m into delta xm also 0. Students had any doubt here? So in this situation, xcm is constant. When xcm is constant, change in the xcm also must be 0. According to just internal forces acting on the body, that must be does not change. Now here m into delta xm equal to 0. So this is 0 means m1 into what about delta x1? What about delta x1? Delta x1 means of just massive of just boy displacement. So d relative minus x. D relative minus x. So already we discussed what is d relative in the previous class. What about d relative? Relation between okay, the relative distance between both plank and man. Plank and man. Planck and man. Okay, right. Plus m2 into what about x2? X2 is nothing but the displacement of Planck. Planck is in opposite direction. So I said already, if you are going to just fast or rightward direction, it should be considered as positive. Automatically leftward direction negative. So here, according to given convention, sign convention, so minus x. Minus x. Once again, just I want to explain. So here in this case, xm must be equal to 0. If xm is 0 means automatically change in xm also 0. So m into 0 is nothing but 0. m1 into delta x1. Delta x1 means change in the position of the system m1. So that should be, so m1 just when the boy has to move from just to this point to this point. So how much displacement covered by the boy actually? D relative minus x. D relative minus x plus m2 into delta x2 is nothing but so the displacement of the Planck, that is the x. But here Planck displacement is opposite to the direction of the boy mass. Right? The motion of the boy. So that's why just I consider just need to sign off this one. So finally what we will get? Just I want to simplify this value. Now here simplify this value. 0 equal to m1 d relative minus m1 x minus m2x. Right? So simply we can write m1x plus m2x is equals to m1 times of d relative. M1 times of d relative. But I need just x value. If I know the just x value, automatically I can find out the just delta d relative minus x also. D relative minus x. Now here x is common here. M1 plus M2 equal to M1 into D relative. M1 into D relative. So I need just x value. Therefore, x is equals to M1 by M1 plus M2 into D relative. Very important. So x is equals to, finally what you will get? X is equals to M1 by M1 plus M2 into D relative. This is very important formula. Right? So here we observe that just a relative motion between the two massive bodies like M1 and M2. So this is the best example of relative motion. Best example of but relative motion in center of mass. Relative motion in center of mass, right? Students had any doubt here? If we understand this information, we can solve any problem. Had any doubt here? Right. Now this is the best example of relative motion. Now how can we find out the just x value? So try to understand. If you are considering the M1 mass, If you are considering the M2 mass, what you will get? X value. So if you are going to just find out the displacement of M2, finally what you will get? M1 by total mass into d by 2. If you are going to find out the just M1, displacement of M1, what you will get? Finally, M2 by M1 plus M2 into d by 2. Right? I want to discuss that point also. Now simply d relative minus x. D relative minus x. Now therefore d relative minus what about x value? X is nothing but m1 by m1 plus m2 into d relative. D relative. Now here d relative take the common here. So finally m1 plus m2 minus m1 whole divided by m1 plus m2. So here m1 cancel. Finally what we will get? m2 by m1 plus m2 into d relative. This is d relative minus x value. Right? Here, what about d relative minus x actually? Distance traveled by mass m1. What about before one actually? X is equals to, previously we calculated x value. X is equals to m1 by m1 plus m2 into d relative. So what is the meaning of this one actually? The distance of M2 with respect to ground. This is very important. Now here the X represents distance traveled by the body. What is the body? M2 with respect to ground. This is very important. Distance of M2 with respect to ground. With respect to ground. So here, what is the frame of reference? Ground is the frame of reference. So with respect to ground, just I consider the just distance. That is x1, x value. And what about d relative minus x actually? This is the distance of m1. Distance of m1 with respect to ground. So these two are very, very important. Otherwise, just we can understand distance traveled by m1. Distance traveled by m1 with respect to ground. Distance traveled by m2 with respect to ground. These two are very, very important formulas. So if you know the just m1 and m2 values, so we can find out anything, no problem at all. Whether it is x value or d relative, right? This is the basic information and basic mathematical notation.
Can you explain once again, sir?
Yeah.
Can you explain once again?
Which one? D relative minus x or x value?
Yes, sir.
X what is your doubt?
D relative minus x.
Yes, okay. D relative minus x, okay. So already we calculated x value. Am I right? Now x is equals to, what is the x value? M1 by M1 plus M2 into d relative. What about x value? What about x value? Displacement of M2. Displacement of M2 with respect to ground frame. With respect to ground frame. Clear? And coming to the next, we had x value. Simply, d relative minus x represents distance traveled by the mass m1 with respect to ground. With respect to ground. Now directly substitute the x value here. D relative minus x actually. Again, just how to develop d relative minus. What about x value? M1 by M1 plus M2 into d relative. Right? Take just d relative is common. Now d relative as common. LCM equal to M1 plus M2. Right? M1 plus M2 minus M1. So if you take just M1 plus M2 as LCM, so what you will get finally? So how to D relative already we separated actually. So M1 plus M2 minus what is the remaining term? M1. So in this case M1 minus M1 get cancelled. So simply we can write D relative into M2 actually. Now here M2 by remaining term. Denominator term is M1 plus M2 into D relative. So this is a D relative minus X. D relative minus X. If you just confuse this term, you will take the just X1 and X2, no problem at all. Okay, X1 and X, but I given just D relative actually. D relative. Right? So what we have got the X value, directly substitute in this expression, you will get the answer. So based on this one, just I want to give the some important problems. Right. Next. Next, I want to give just one problem. This is a plank. A plank. A boy mass, a man mass equal to some like 40 kg. 40 kg. Right? And plank mass equal to some 20 kg. 20 kg. Right? Now here the separation equal to like 4 meters because of SDR already I consider the length of the just motor plank just 4 meters. That's why just again I consider the same length 4 meter. So what I given here, the mass of the just man equal to 40 kg, the mass of the plank equal to 20 kg, the distance between otherwise the length of the just plank equal to 4 meters. The length of the plank equal to 4 meter. Okay, right? So here a boy traveling from just one end to another end. Right? So that's why here try to understand D relative equals to what is the D relative? This is nothing but D relative. D relative equal how much it is? 4. Just compare the just previous information. So you will get the just a complete clarity. Now here 4 meter is nothing but that is D relative, not B relative. First of all, just I am discussing about the just D relative. Then after I will discuss about velocity and also acceleration and also force, whatever it may be. If you understand the just D relative concept, we can understand the B relative also. Similarly, acceleration relative also. Now here 4 meter is nothing but D relative. So how much it is given? 4. D relative equal to 4. That means the boy just traveling from this one end to other end equal how much it is? 4. So here what is my question actually? How to calculate the that X value and also D relative minus X value. D relative minus X value. Now try to understand. I said already, center of mass does not change. From this illustration also, because of center of mass is constant or does not change. Now here, if you understand just the same point, so this is a plank. So this is the mass of the given boy, like 40 kg. 40 kg. Then boy just traveling from this point to this point. Here, what happens? Automatically, the plank covers the certain displacement. Certain displacement. Okay, right? Now, what about this one? Actually, this is nothing but like D relative minus X. The previous problem. Then boy traveling from this point, like point A to point B, just you have to assume this is a point A, this is point B. Then the boy traveling from just a point A to point B, what happens? The displacement must be changes with respect to plank or boat, no problem at all. So when the boy traveling from, for example, here this is a boy. This is a boy position. When boy traveling from this point to this point, what happens? Automatically the plank must be displacement in the direction of motion of a body or boy. Should be clear. So simply we can understand this is X. This is automatically opposite in the direction of the motion of the boy. Right? So according to just our previous information, so we are going to calculate the M delta Xm equal to M1 delta X1 plus M2 delta X2. The same formula just I want to utilize. Now here, that value equal to 0. Simply we can write M1 delta X1 plus M2 delta X2. Very, very important. Very, very important model also this one. Right? So M1 delta X1 plus M2 delta X2. We had just two different massive bodies. Right? Right? Now here, Now here, what about M1? M1 equal to 40. And what about delta X1? Now tell me, delta X1 equal to D relative already given. Like 4 minus X. 4 minus X. Directly I am substituting 4 minus X. Plus, about just M2 value. About M2 value equal to 20 kg. 20 into, what about X2 value? Minus X. X2 equal to minus X. I'm writing directly. So this is also 0. This is also 0. Now here 160 minus 40x minus 20x. Minus 20x that is equal to 0. That is equals to 0. Minus 40x and minus 20x. So that's this is equals to 60x. Simply we can write 60x equal to 160. Therefore x equal to 16 by 6. I given in just meters. This is the just length distance of given plank in length of the plank in meters. So what is the answer? 8 by 3 is the answer. 8 by 3 meters is the answer.
Sir,
8 is, yeah.
you gave an formula, no sir, before.
Yes.
We can use that formula also, no sir.
Yes, exactly. That is the shortcut notation.
Okay, sir.
So this is the main process actually. That is the shortcut notation. I want to just utilize that the same formula also. So this is the main process. This is the main approach. Whether it is correct or wrong, just we are going to just utilize the same notation. So can we check the answer? That is the shortcut notation actually. Right? What is the formula? Distance of M2 I want to calculate. Distance of M2. What is the formula? If you are considering the M2 value, you can write M1 by M1 plus M2 into D relative. What is M1 value? What about M1 value? 40 by 60 into 4. 0 cancel. 2 table. 2 3s are. What's the answer? 8 by 3 meters. So this is shortcut. But the original process is just this one. Everyone, please try to understand the original process. Then after go for the just verification shortcut method. Right? And what about the distance of M1? I given the shortcut relation. M1 equal to, if you are considering M1, so what is the formula? M2 by M1 plus M2 into D relative. Right? What about this value? 20 by 60 into 4. 0 cancel 2 terms and 2 2s are 2 3s are. So finally 4 by 3 meters. So here we got it just x value equal to 8 by 3 and our d relative minus x equal to how much it is? 4 by 3. So this is a shortcut, this is the original process. Right? Next, I want to calculate it. Next, one more problem. The same manner, just I want to give the one more problem related to the same. If you are just consider the oblique motion in the center of mass, we will get the just difficult problems. We are just getting the just difficult problems. Now just I want to calculate one more problem. Now this is a one plank. This is a man. Instead of plank also we can consider the boat also. Same manner. Object is different, but manner is same, and the process also same. Right? So here this is a mass of this one equal to 40 kg, for example. Same values I want to consider 40 kg. The length of the just plank equal without any conflict. Just I want to consider the same mass and same length. Some other person also there here. Now consider this point. Of second person equal to 30 kg, for example. If you are considering 30 kg. Right? Here my question is, if two boys, if two boys meet at center, two boys meet at center, at the center of the plank, center of the plank, then they traveled, then they travel how much distance? Actually, the length of the plank equal 4 meters. If these two members just meet at the center of the just plank, how much distance covered by those two people? Automatically 2 meters and 2 meters. Am I right? So here, if you are considering this is the center of the plank, so this person just covered just 2 meters, and also this person covers 2 meters. Traveled 2 meters with respect to, this is very important, with respect to ground or plank? Plank. Ground or plank. Right? How can you calculate the similarly x value and b related to minus x value? Can you try? Please try to solve it, please. The same problem, but a little bit change in the problem. Right? So first you have to try to understand this problem. This is the plank. When these two people are these two boys meet at a center of the just plank. For example, let it be that this is the center. This is the center of the plank. C. C represents center of the plank. These two people just reach into the just center of the plank. When these two people just reaching to the center of the plank, what happens? The plank also covers the distance like x. X. Now try to understand. This is x actually. Now here, what is the meaning of x here? The displacement covered by the plank. That is x. Simply, I am just writing simply plank displacement equal to minus x. I consider the sign convention also minus x. Right? So here x represents the displacement of a plank. The displacement of plank equal to minus x. So automatically, if you are considering this just one person, so 40 kg man covers how much distance actually? So actually this is 2 meters from here to here. Just to take the separation. So automatically 2 minus x. 2 minus x moving in the direction. 2 minus x. And what about 30 kg man? 30 kg man or boy? 30 kg man or boy? So automatically 30 kg boy also just cover the 2 minus x. 30 kg man cover the 2 plus x minus of 2 minus x. Right? Minus of 2 plus x. 2 plus x. Because of, so minus of minus will give us 2 plus x. Right? So this is very important. Here, what are the displacements of just 3 components actually? Plank covers minus x. And coming to the next one. 40 kg man covers 2 minus x. 2 minus x. All into minus x. 2 minus x. And coming to the next one. So this is 2 actually. What about minus of minus plus x actually? So here minus of 2 plus x. This is very, very important. So what is minus x? What is 2 minus x? What is minus of 2 plus x? Try to understand. This is very important. Right?
Sir, please explain again.
Now here, try to understand. What is the displacement of plank? Plank. When these two members reach into just the center of the plank, what happens? So they are just meeting at the center of the plank. What happens? The plank automatically just a displacement from the original position. Let it be considered the plank displacement equal to some x. So this x automatically opposite in the direction of the movement of the boys. That is minus x. Right? And coming to the next 40 kg man. Separate this one. Now this is a x. So this is actually 2 meter. So automatically this one 2 minus x. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
minus x. Okay, right. Now try to understand. So 40 kg man covers the 2 minus x. 2 minus x. That is positive sign. Right? And coming to the 30 kg mass. 30 kg man. So again, 30 kg man means here 30 kg man also there. So with respect to 30 kg man, what happens actually? This is opposite actually. So before just I written wrong. So minus of 2 minus x. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So with respect to 30 kg man, with respect to 30 kg man, how much displacement covered actually? Minus of this displacement actually, with respect to this one actually. So the plank just moving like this. Opposite of the just 30 kg massive body. So that is the negative sign. Should be clear? So if you know that just displacements, we can find out x value very easily. Right. I want to use that just a formula. Now here, again, just I want to use the formula. 0 equals to, how many members are there here? How many masses are there? 3 massive bodies are there, right? M1, M1, delta x1, M1 delta x1 plus M2 delta x2 plus M3 delta x3. Right? One by one, just I want to substitute. What is M1 value? Tell me, M1 equal how much it is? 20. M1 equal how much it is? M1. I did not give just a blank mass. 3 kg, just have to consider. Blank mass equal 20 kg. 20 into what is the displacement? Displacement of the plank equal how much it is? Minus x. Minus x. And coming to the next, M2 equal to how much it is? 40. 40 into what about displacement of second body? Second body 2 minus x. 2 minus x plus M3 equal to how much it is? 30. What about displacement? Minus of 2 minus x. Minus of 2 minus x. After simplifying, what you get? 0 equal. So minus 20x plus 80 minus 40x, right? Minus 60 and plus 30x. Plus 30x. Right? So what is the final answer? Minus 20x, 60x, minus 30x, plus 20. Sorry, plus 20 equal to 0. So therefore, 30x equal to 20. X is equal to like 2 by 3 meters. X equal to like 2 by 3 meters. Right? That is the answer. X value. So we can find out just automatically remaining values also. So if x value we have just 2 by 3 meters. Automatic remaining values for this displacement. So 2 minus x. What is the answer? 2 minus like 2 by 3. What about this one? Minus of 2 minus 2 by 3. These are the displacements. Right? Next, one more problem. Next, one more problem. Had any doubt here?
Sir,
Yeah.
the 30 kg mass came towards the center back. No, sir. That's why we took minus, sir.
Yes, this one. So one person just moving towards center. Another person
Back.
just moving away from the center actually. Away from the center. This is towards the center, this is away from the center. That's why. So both are opposite signs. That's why just I consider need to sign.
Okay,
Need to
sir.
sign. Yeah, okay. Still any doubt? Okay, can I continue? So one more problem just want to give. This is very important model. So in this model, first you have to identify the displacements of the given body. That is very important. If you committed just mistake in the displacement, automatically you get the answer wrong. Here, sign convention is very, very important, like just optics. Like constraint motion also. If you have just constraint equations, if you committed just a sign convention is wrong, you get the wrong answer also. For example, just one more problem. For example, if I consider this just this is a inclined plane. This is inclined plane, like inclined plane. Of mass is equals to inclined. This wedge mass equal to capital M. Capital M. So when just a block, this is a block. I have to assume that just a block. Small m. Block of mass equal to small m. This is that block just moving just a downward direction. Downward direction. So here try to understand the one important point. This wedge has a frictionless wedge. Okay, this is a frictionless wedge actually. The surface must be a smooth surface. Right? Now here the length of the base of the wedge equal to like capital L. Capital L. The length of the base of the wedge is equals to capital L. So here L represents the length of base of the wedge. Length of base of the wedge. Right? This is the given problem. Now here, try to understand here. So first you have to identify where is the gesture system. Where is the system? The system is in plane. The system is in plane actually. Along the x-axis, there is any just motion actually. Along the x-axis, there is any motion. Because of when, for example, when wedge is moving, what happens actually for the small block? Just moving along this path actually, inclined path. So that means along x-axis, so there is no force along the x-axis. This is very important point. Along the x-axis, no force acting. No force acting along the x-axis. So the force acts, the gravity acting in a vertical direction. The gravity acting automatically when the block is just moving downward direction means the weight acting downward direction, not along the just x-axis. That means horizontal direction. That's why here very important point is there. Delta HCM must be equal to 0. Very important. Why? Because when the block is moving along the inclined path, I said already inclined path means that is smooth surface actually, frictionless surface. So there is no any friction here between these 2 points. These 2 connections actually, there is no any friction. So that should be frictionless surface. This is a frictionless surface. Frictionless surface. Okay, right? So the body just moving, try to understand the just condition. So when wedge is moving like this, automatically the block just moving, tries to just moving in vertical direction. Vertical direction. So that's why delta XCM must be equal to 0. Delta XCM must be equal to 0. Right? Now how to find out the just X value? How to find out the X value? The same formula we are going to utilize. So M into delta XM equal to 0 into M1 into delta X1 plus M2 into delta X2. So here, try to understand here, when the just block is just moving downward direction, that means I want to give the just again the same diagram. For example, the block is just moving downward. This is one point, this is one more point. What happens? For example, if you are considering this is the path. This is the path. You are considering the path. Now here, this is a path. Now this is the mass of the given block equal to small m. Mass of given block equal to small m. This is capital M. Now here, try to understand. This is the original position of the given body. Now here, how much distance moving backward direction means some x distance actually. Some x distance just moving backward direction. X distance. So how can we find out the x value? How can we find out the x value? So capital M, this is capital M, wedge mass equal to capital M. This capital M moves just backward direction means small x plus the block of mass equal to small m. Same formula, the block of mass equal to small m. But how much displacement covered by the block actually? This is totally L actually. So how much displacement is covered by the just given a block? X displacement. That's why what is the difference between just X and L? So L minus X. L minus X. So simply we can write the L minus X distance. L minus X distance. So this is 0. So simply we can write Mx plus Ml minus Mx. Mx. So simply we can write M plus small m into X. That must be equal to small m into capital L. Small m into capital M. So therefore, X is equals to M by capital M plus small m into L. So this is the answer for the given. Now here very important point is how the wedge is moving. When the wedge moving in given path. So for example, wedge, this is the wedge actually. How to just move the wedge actually? This is the movement of the wedge actually. But here the block is just moving downward direction. So this is the one position, this is another position. So the block is just moving from one point to another point. So this is fixed actually. So what happens actually? The block of the just given path equal to moving in opposite direction, that is X. The base length of the just wedge equal to capital L. The base length of the wedge is equals to capital L. So here, what is the difference actually? So this is X. Here, try to understand. So here, X acting this direction. So what is the total length actually? L. What is the difference actually? L minus X. That's why just I place the just displacement here. One is X automatically, other one is also L minus X. If you are just adding both, what will you get? The center of mass of the displacement center of mass. I said all of that point in previous class. So this is the approach to calculate the displacement of the given block or given wedge. So this is the very important formula to find out the displacement of the given masses. Right? Students, any doubt here? Try to solve the these all problems at home actually. Because just if you are just confused that relative motion between the two massive bodies or two displacements or two velocities or two accelerations, just very important point here. So that's why you have to just sort out the problems. Right? Any doubt? Tomorrow just will be the remaining problems based on the projectile motion.
If you have any doubts, please ask the doubts. Otherwise, we will conclude the class. So thank you, thank you, Nagaraj Garu.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Thank you. Thank you,
Good
students.
day.
Good night.
Good day to all of you. Tomorrow we will meet again. Thank you.